Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Henry and Sally playing cards from Mikkeller Brewery and Art of Play. But before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And ring the bell.
So this deck is a collaboration between Mikkeller Brewery and Art of Play. It is illustrated by Keith Shore, who is the art director for Mikkeller Brewery. This deck is printed by USPCC on premium stock and is part of an unspecified print run. The deck, upon release, retails for $20. Let's check it out. So as you can see here, there are multiple available variations of the tuck. There's obviously they come in a brown and a blue with different images on the front of the tuck itself. The really cool thing about the tuck is that the lettering is all embossed, and the texture of the tuck itself seems to be like almost a construction paper feel in a matte, obviously either in the blue or the brown. Has a little seal on it, but it's really got a lot of nice little touches, which I thought was cool. Mikkeller, being a Danish company, had that DK on the flap there. And then, as you can see here, the back design is also seen on the back of the tuck. It's a relatively illustrated style, Keith Shore being an illustrator. It's really, within his style, it fits with the brand, and this is kind of just the whole direction that the brand has gone historically. You can see there's the ad cards both for Mikkeller and Art of Play there. And then you have these really interesting illustrations across all of the cards within the suit, which I thought was really cool. I wasn't expecting so much illustration within the deck itself. So each court and number card has its own image on it. And you can see the one interesting thing that stuck out to me was that between all of the suits, the cards are pretty much the same other than the variation in the outfit color. So for the red suits, you have this brown colored outfit, and then in the black suits, you have this blue colored outfit.
I think it's really cool how they kind of illustrated the fruit, the different fruits that they probably infuse into the beer when they're making it.
Yeah.
How they threw those into the cards. It's kind of cool.
And then just to switch it up, the Jokers are both in green outfits. The cool thing about it, too, is obviously it's a very cartoonish style deck. I think it kind of, to me, is a little bit reminiscent of like the Dilbert cartoons with the style of the people. Being bicycle premium stock, it obviously handles and fans beautifully out of the box. And then taking a look at the brown tuck variation here, you'll notice that it's actually the same deck of cards in all of the boxes. So to some extent, if you're a collector and you really want to have the whole set, you're probably buying 6+ decks to get all of the tuck variations, but it is the same deck of cards within each tuck. And I think it's an interesting kind of look to it. I think they really did a very good job bringing the style of Mikkeller to these cards. It helps when the lead art director of the company is the one doing the illustration for the card, so they can really stay true to that. But they really, for what would I think traditionally be called an advertising deck, they did a really fun job bringing their beer persona to it without making it overly like bottles of beer on every card. Like, it's a fun, interesting looking deck.
Yeah, that one thing I really definitely want to touch up on is normally when we see a box that's embossed, it's really extravagant, you know. So I think the fact that they embossed the tuck with the lettering and it still has that kind of illustration feel, it wasn't overboard. I think it really just added a lot to the tuck box. It made it really nice looking.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what I thought was interesting about it too is, like, at first glance, I didn't even realize that the lettering was embossed because it maintains that flat look until you actually feel it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Where a lot of times, especially on a higher gloss tuck, you notice that the lettering is embossed because it catches the light differently. This whole matte tuck really stood well with the simple design of the illustration of Keith Shore.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, thanks everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We drop these every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, so make sure to keep an eye out.